excuse. A fun excuse to break out the little Saturn controller, which is close to being. I mean, it's probably my favorite like analog controller. Good in the hand. 6 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons. I mean, the only way it could be better really is 4 shoulder buttons. 6 face buttons, 4 shoulder buttons. I don't know why that's hard, but it just seems to be, something people aren't interested in for some strange reason. I mean, I think the Duke's got them. I mean, I've got a Duke there, but I know it's the recreation, so it's a little bit different. And then the black and white button were like kind of vestigial and down the bottom in the original. I think. You gotta understand it's going back a ways for me now. Yeah, we're safe from Reiko now. The Japanese negging goblin has been banished back to the spirit realm. Just the shot of the house with the fucking gunshot. I gotta fucking find what Suda has to say about that, because I would love to hear the stories about the death threats. Like, it's natural instinct to figure, like, okay, the death threats came from, like, crazy fans, because that does happen. But, like, I got money, some of them were from wrestlers. I'm going to fucking kill you! Yeah, I mean, it sucks too, because the recent, I do really want to play the ECW Born to Be Wired mod on here and promote it a little bit, because it is surprisingly far along and once again incredibly good work. But, I can't have this turn into like just every day we're going to do a fucking wrestling game. Because it wouldn't be that hard for it to be that for quite a while. Like, I gotta like space that out a little bit. Because there's, Born to Be Wired, a little, bit of a look at the, most recent version of No Mercy Plus. There's 2 on the PS1 that I can think of off the top of my head, like WCW Rebooked and, I think ECW Bound by Blood. Like a few more Nintendo 64 ones. And then there's the whole separate section of like the Nintendo 64 Akai mods that use like that one version of Project 64 because it has this weird cheat system that they've got to use to like get everything to work. Wrestle Wednesday. Now that is tempting. Sucker for alliteration. Just lights my brain up, Alright. It's definitely pre-Dreamcast. I went... Where is it? I gotta check the ordering of this, because I swear the fucking PlayStation came out before the Sega Saturn. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? P. I went right past it. It's right next to Primal Rage. I mean, look at this shit. Like, a 2D action RPG that, like, has fighting game principles in it. Did this get released? No. You know what did get released, though? Is it down in C? It should be in C. Oh, this got released. The Crow City of Angels got released. Oh, we got this in the West. Just fucking life choices, man. Oh, it did launch before the PlayStation. Yeah. That just feels a bit wrong, Alright, any day now. Did this disconnect? No, it didn't. Alright. Pull, Duchess! It's gonna say Tug Princess from Pull Duchess, but I don't think that's appropriate. It really, like, Japan really fucking, like, again, it's the fucking Fire Pro thing, you know? I'm there playing fucking Raw, and meanwhile, Japan has, like, just the best wrestling game series that you could play on a fucking Super Nintendo. It just, you know, Atlas, they're usually good. Like, are all of them gems? No. But goddammit, I should get the fucking, you know. Let me figure that out. Because some of them you can get away with just playing without a translation. Like, I played Giant Graham 2000 on the Dreamcast without a translation, because you don't really need it. But there's something like this where it's all fucking text. It's like, alright, you fucking, you know. I don't know. How do I know if she says welcome, my dear? I don't know. Alright. Let's read cat. Nope. Here you go. I mean, that's probably a pretty large cat, but also that's probably like, that's a little girl and like one of those like prune old ladies where everything's just finally collapsing in. Corpse Killer is such a terrible game. Like, even for what it is terrible. Like, look at this shit. Because that's the problem, like, this fucking cool 2D animation stuff, it existed in the arcades. And it existed on consoles for, like, and then just everything jumped to pretty bad polygons for a while, you know? Valandia? Those are juice kingdoms. And then this cunt. Oh, God, look at it. You know? We're probably not going to bring her out if... Yeah, stars winking out's probably not the best sign. Honestly, like, polygons didn't get really good until the Nintendo 64. There are a few standout examples otherwise, but a lot of the time they use, like, you know, some well-crafted tricks, like the... Not Phantasmagoria, goddammit. Pandemonium. The Pandemonium games. You know, those, like, things that are, like, 3D in presentation, but not, like, 3D really in gameplay. Like, when you can really kind of control where the camera's going. There was a lot you could do there. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, shit. You know, like, this is better than a lot of the fucking polygon games on the fucking Saturn. Like, that's just... You know, like, I just wish this had lasted, like, another year. Same as, like, the Sega 32X. Like, one more year of the 32X. Just enough to get, like, Phantasy Star 5. Look at all these wounded soldiers. You dick! I mean, Phantasmagoria and Pandemonium are, like, wildly far apart in tone and content, but, like, you know, the words can easily blend up in there. Men! Oh, this little guy's poking out of his, like, fucking demon hole. That's great. Oh, suck shit. Absolutely fucked on. Honestly, like, Pandemonium's one of the ones that's not bad to replay these days. Like, just because, again, it isn't 3D. It isn't like a 3D platformer, you know. It uses 3D, like, polygons and assets and shit to create the fucking game, but you hold forward and you just run forward and you push back and you run back. Like, it's 2D in practice. And the end result's a lot of fun. Like, it was one of the first games I rented for, like, either the Saturn or the PS1. You know? Fucking FMV cutscene with voice acting and shit and the little jester head. She is capable of wielding the magic sword, though. That's why, you know. And also, in this, like, you know, place, they train the princesses up from, like, square one. It's funny, because I'd say it's just not that well remembered. Like, and I don't mean, like, you know, remembered as being poor, but just I don't think a lot of people really ever think about Pandemonium, you know? But then, like, weirder things have been dug up out of the fucking, you know, toy box of history. Just listening to people talking about shit. I mean, it's not just demons. There's a pirate. Yeah, sure, fuck him up. Again, like, you know, coming from the SNES period, you know, like, these are just insane graphics. Like, the amount of extra animation, you know, you just wouldn't get that back in the SNES, and it couldn't do sprites this big. Probably could, but then it'd be like, this would just be the game. It'd just be you sitting here, choosing, like, fucking speech options to, you know... Oh, look at that guy. He's completely new sprite. Nuts, Bill. No, that's not great. The Nuts Bill Fondler is out again. The fairies are just abducting kids for giggles. Yeah, a lot of modern 2D is sort of in that, like, aping the sort of 16-bit, you know, period. Because again, like, the 32-bit 2D was brief and sporadic, you know, because 3D kicked in. You know, like, Virtua Fighter hit, you know, particularly game devs, like, a ton of fucking bricks. People were like, fucking look at this shit. And look, to be fair, yeah. I remember seeing that in the arcade for the first time. That's fucking nuts. Dorangora. Well, that's not great either. Man, does anyone have some good news today? You know, is anyone unveiling a new statue or something? Alright. I mean, this is not far off some monarchical situations from actual history where there'd just be like a throne, and then a kid on the throne, and then an adult standing near them, doing like most of it. And you'd fucking hope the adult standing near him was doing most of it. Because a long time it was just like, oh yeah, look at this dipshit. Yeah, but I feel like dragons are like a bigger problem. You know, like dragons is a plural. It's not dragoon, you know. That's multiple problems wrapped up in one conceptual problem. Because I love this 32-bit 2D. I love this shit. And it just... You know, the way things move, where you can still see kind of like... You know, it's like a lot of sprites working together, that sort of thing, you know. Hazelnut Peggy sounds like one of Peggy Hill's stupid recipes. Yeah, you're like, I don't know, 14? It's probably, let's not like granted in like, you know, prior to, you know, what, like about 1980, a 14-year-old was effectively an emancipated minor. Alright. Let's learn to fuck shit up. What? I don't know, the one I came up with back in the day was Gimp Dipshit, which still makes me chuckle. Alright, so I think down's like pick shit up. Alright, yeah, it is. Okay. Can throw daggers, hot fruit, hot fruit, hot fruit. Okay. Oh, okay, I found the map. Okay. Sure does. Okay. Alright, we got kind of like movement parries, that's pretty sweet. Rising attack! See, this is what I mean, like, you know, imagine, like, oh yeah, this is cool, what... How can we do, like, maybe an RPG differently? I know, mixing it with fucking, like, brawler shit, and, like, maybe a little bit of fighting game stuff as well. You know what would have been great in the 90s? That! Instead I have to wait, like, 30 fucking years. Alright, motherfucker. Alright, we got jump ins, that's good to see. Ah, motherfucker. Alright, there's my up. There's a good sense of like weight. Oh, fucking. A good sense of weight to the sword. I do like that. Alright, I gotta fucking stop that. Eat. Haha. I gotta use some of this defensive shit. Oh yeah, I can block. Alright, guarding uses... Ah, son of a bitch. Gotta... Alright, how do I fucking do that parry thing? Aha, okay, so you tap it, and... Ah, god break. Eat my little fruit. Okay, I can... Ah. How dare you interrupt fruit time! Stop it! That little guy stole me fruit! It's not like, because you forget, a lot of the time the instruction manual for games in the old days was like the instruction manual, and it was a separate thing that you had to read. So it's always nice to see one of these games that actually does just have a, here are some of the basics. Here's some shit. Weapon Lord is so close to being kind of good. One thing it really needs is just some more fucking frames of animation. That's one of its big fucking problems. Interrupting fruit time. Oh, sneaking out into the world. All right. Oh, yeah, I can scoot. Okay. Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hut. Look at my armor. Look at those gauntlets. Yeah, what's Sidril doing? Imagine getting leukemia back then and just like, nobody's gonna know, you know? You've got blood goblins. And that would be like, you know, the smartest guy in the world would tell you that you've got blood goblins. Oh, thank you. Alright, what have I got here? Uh-huh. Defense 20, okay. Okay, so I think I got like... let's start, dude. Pause, okay. Okay, that's the map. Alright, there's... Okay, that's equipped. Okay, some basic level stuff. I've got getting a familiar to look forward to. Okay. Downstairs, Knight's room, George Jetson's room. Oh, I can move when the fucking thing's up, that's nice. Uh-huh, kicked your ass today. All these bespoke rooms and backgrounds and shit. You'll send me to bed. Princess doesn't want to go to bed. Yeah. RFK Jr.'s blood goblins. And what does that do? That feels like it's like a save and restore all of my shit, yeah. No, I saved it before we did the praying. Alright, that goes to the 3rd floor. Where'd that other stairwell go? Also to the 3rd floor. I must be up on 4. Alright. Alright, can't go into what I presume is a throne room. Okay, well, 3rd floor is not exactly fucking riveting. Room. All rooms are the princess's room. Hey. What was it? It wasn't select. Was it L? L, there we are. Alright, so I can... Alright, so I've got like a limited storage. I don't have either of those bags yet. Okay, alright. Defense for 30 seconds. Oh, that's right, that fucking little bastard stole my goddamn fruit. Why am I not able to fucking... Why'd fucking the left fucking direction stop fucking working? What the fucking shit? Why are you like this? Left's just died, apparently. Up, right, down, left. Nope, no left. Fuck you. Alright, let's see if I can maybe power cycle it and see if that does anything, because otherwise I'm going to have to take it apart. Just like in the olden days, where one of your controls would just not work. Motherfucker. Alright. Fortunately, I have a functional temporary replacement in the form of the 6-button Sega Mega Drive controller, which also does feature 2 top buttons. Okay. There we go. Look at that! Ah, we're off and having fun again. All the controls are still there at work. That's fucking weird. That's a weird thing that just occurred dead right there. The Queen had a quality rack. I think that's an important part of Queen. No, you have to have a rack that inspires the land. Alright. Bods. Blue Wizard. No. Oh wait, that's right. Isn't Dragon's Crown a PSP game? I vaguely remember there being something. And yeah, everyone's just got giant tits. Alright. Not sure what's going on in here. Okay. And he must be preparing to, like, fight dragons or something. Alright. That'll be where we did sparring, I assume. Well, that was fun. What a wild journey we just went on. Oh, yeah. Did anyone find that little asshole that stole my fruit? Vita, I knew it was one of the weird handheld Sonys. I know Vita 3K is coming along quite well. I was actually able to run fucking Mortal Kombat 9 on my on the fucking Retroid. Like, not even the 5, like the fucking... I'm the princess! Yeah, everything on the Vita didn't sell very well. Okay, alright. Just wondering how we were gonna get to, like... Look at the fucking goddamn dusters on those gauntlets. Boop. Ah, nuts, Bill, missing children? This is getting Michael Jackson vibes. You know, it's just, while it's true that we, like, you know, wake children up at the night and, you know, get them to sleep in bed with us, we don't finger them, alright? And I resent the accusation. Yeah, but they haven't slept then. They have shit to do in the daytime, you little lunatics. Nighttime's for sleeping. Proprietary save media was such a dick move for the... God, is that the PSP or the Vita? It's probably the PSP. I don't think my mind registers the existence of the Vita. Like, every time I try to picture it, I think I'm just picturing a PSP. I'm gonna go jerk his penis. Fairy wristies are the #1 source of guard distractions. Yep. Yeah, Saturn emulation was tricky. It was kind of in that category of Nintendo 64 emulation, where just what it was doing was, like, the way it worked was tough. There wasn't a huge amount of, like, sort of work put into it originally. The way they did polygons used squares instead of triangles, so upscaling is, like, strangely difficult. Well, this is just, you know, what I've read about it. It is in a much better place now, obviously, like, just everything's been getting better. This is on the Beetle Saturn core, which is one of the more accurate ones by a country mile. I haven't run into anything that's faced any significant issues. The other currently working, like as in there's work being put into the meat and potatoes of the emulation, is Chronos. If memory serves, it does upscaling, but few times I've used it, I found it to be really unstable. However, it will also run the couple of Saturn-based arcade games, the STVs. They're fairly indistinguishable from the actual console games. I don't think there's really any difference, but they'll run the arcade versions of things like Golden Axe, the Golden Axe fighting game, whatever it's called. A couple of other things I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, like, it's funny because the Saturn was developed as a 2D system, which you can kind of see with this. And then obviously, like, you know, Virtua Fighter hit and fucking everyone was like, okie dokie. And so, like, getting the Saturn to do 3D was sort of like, again, it's not impossible. It's not like it does it terribly, but, like, some of the ways it approached it were just inefficient and difficult to code for. And the fact that it uses squares is weird. Snuck out. Yeah, like for a long time the Saturn was just like, you maybe get like, some games will work and that's the best you've got. Alright, so we appear to be in the game proper, so we can like scoot around. Ah, I mean, look at those backgrounds. Alright, okay, I can get more fruit. Give me that. Okay, so, God. I love that it goes into her hand. That's just that's a lovely little detail. Alright. Probably got like a, what is it? It's like, okay. Oh, look at that! The fucking sprite is like me. Alright, so that's probably the limp. Oh, okay, I got like a spare bag now because I got like the fucking, probably the fairy or some shit. I mean, honestly, getting... So probably the few emulators that are like in that Dolphin category would be... Dolphin, definitely. PPSSPP has been, pretty much in the same category for a while. Probably Duck Station at this stage. I think probably Duck Station's probably there for the PS1. Rich Whitehouse's Big PMU does... It uses, like, some sort of hackier stuff to get the games to run. So, like, some of the weirdo Jaguar aficionados aren't big on it because you can't use it, really, to sort of develop homebrew or anything like that. Like, they don't consider it, like, a really true replacement for the Jaguar. But in terms of, like, just being a normal human being who might want to play a Jaguar game for some baffling reason... it's beautifully feature, rich. So I'd probably put it like maybe just a notch below those two. There's a few other multi-emulators rolling around. Ares is good. I'm sort of waiting on it to get like sort of a little bit more complete hither and yon. I mean, there's probably, there'd be a line between things that can largely flawlessly actually emulate the way the system worked, and ones that are just, user-friendly and can run all the games well. Because there'll always be that little bit of, like, tension between this thing uses, like, maybe a hack or two to get the game to fucking run, and this is a cycle-accurate emulator. Yeah, normal human beings don't really play Jaguar games, but like, I'd say there's the line between a normal human being playing a Jaguar game and someone wanting to make Jaguar homebrew is one would look normal compared to the other. I mean, there are a few things. So, like, the Loopy is a tricky one to emulate because large elements of it were physical. Like, the thing about the Casio Loopy was big chunks of it were like, it had a printer and it had this stuff that you interacted with. Anything that does that is kind of like off in its own little section, because if you require any meaningful physical thing, that's a separate issue. I mean, MAME's definitely up there, even though, like, there are lots of games on it that still don't work properly because, I mean, the games that do work properly work to that fucking deranged anal degree. And particularly in the last few years, the development of the UI is when you download MAME now, when you go to the MAME website and download MAME, you get something that is quite user-friendly and quite easy to use. There are still some fiddly bits involved, but I mean, if you just want to get a fucking thing to start up and run, if you have a game that has, say, a strange control input, like something just outside of the regular, you know, cardinal direction joystick and button, it is the easiest thing to just put fucking controls into. There's no fucking around. You push enter on the fucking control, and then whatever happens next in the computer, that's the fucking control for that. So it is supremely easy to get, like, wheels, analogs, light guns, anything else to fucking work will just fucking work. I haven't used any other thing for particularly arcade emulation that I'd recommend, you know, outside of some, you know, odd situations. Like, it doesn't run well on Android. Like, there are a few sort of cores for it. I prefer using Final Burn Neo for Android, but, you know, again, that's a very different use case. I mean, SNES 9X isn't bad by any stretch, but, like, you know. Oopsie doodle. There we go. Get a few of these. The Lynx actually does have a surprisingly robust homebrew section. I mean, the Jaguar is one of those ones where I am kind of curious what could be done with it with some time and thought. You know, probably not a huge amount, but like I'm nonetheless curious. Aha! Fuck you. Oh, get fucked. Hey. No, you didn't. Fuck you. I can't. Fancy shoes! Oh, I fucked up the goddamn parry. I double tapped parry. A fish head. I don't want that. Ah, dig it! She takes my sword away. Alright, so... what do those do? Elf boots! Ooh, evade automatically. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's move some more of the fruits. And what does that do? That was some kind of magical... hey! Alright, so some little guy comes and cleans shit up. Okay. Where are we? Equipment won't break in current battle. Alright, so I think, like, some of this shit, like the fucking elf boots and stuff, I think those, like, die. Okay. Like, the decompiles are helping in a lot of ways. I think the decompiles will be an interesting sort of place to go. Particularly in terms of getting some things that, like, you know... like, situations where you might want to, say, increase the frame rate, but can't. Like, that's, you know, particularly for your 3D games. Like, the first time I played this, this was an earlier translation, and those things like Potion Shop and stuff still weren't translated. And so this was like, you know... Also, a lot of the kerning was fucked. When the weather's nice, you know, the monarchs like to just go out, get the jugs out. True. That guy does not look lanky. Huh, alright. You know, I do love my eggs over easy. Alright, so I'm assuming... there we are. Toast to go. I'm guessing the in section lets me, like, save and shit. Is this even Nutsville? I don't think this is even Nutsville. This is Valendia or whatever the shit. This is like the area just outside the castle. Let's just go in someone's house. I can do that. This I gotta see. Oh, Gutha. The least good console that was worth making an emulator for has been done. It was the fucking Jaguar. Because, like, you know, Jaguar games for the longest time existed in this kind of weird state, you know, where, like, it was such a niche console. And, you know, there were a few emulators for it, or really just one. It was an absolute chore to use. It could kind of run a game. There was a better one, but it needed, like, there to be literally a fucking Jaguar ISO in the CD tray. Like, you weren't able to get around that. So you had to, like, mount the ISO using daemon tools and all this other fucking shit to get it. And, like, fuck that. That was, like, fucking, you know... One of the big things about Jaguar PMU was, like, fucking... It actually did the CD add-on. It just emulated. It just ran it. So it was just, like... It was just a fucking nightmare. And, like, why would you bother? You know? Like, what's on there... And, like, you know, the sad thing was, there were a few games that sounded fucking interesting. Like, I remember looking at, like, pictures, like, fucking still images of, like, Highlander. Just thinking, wow, that looks like it could be cool. Highlander adventure game with, like, cutscenes. Wow, rad. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. And that's just kind of, that's the Jaguar experience. You'll look at a still and go, hey, that's kind of cool. And there are a few things that are kind of cool. As tech demos, you know? Like, half the fucking shit on there that's worth looking at is a fucking tech demo. What are you buying? Oh. I can sell some crap. Hey, want this egg? I like heart fruit that I've taken a bite out of, 0. Heart fruit that you can actually still 2. That's a good detail. I like that. Oh, the poor soul. No, it was one guy. One guy made the Jaguar CD emulation work. Rich Whitehouse is his name. He got cancer and then decided to fix fucking Atari Jaguar. Alright, look, I at least want to fucking... Yeah, hold this. Okay. Oh, it's 10 when you're selling it. That's not just fucking weird. Okay, endurance. Alright, so eating's a thing here. So ingredients and shit. Warrior glove. Like, will the warrior glove break if I'm just wearing it? Like, that's it. Like, I get that some stuff's gonna break, but like, I don't. Is all of it like Okay. Someone needs to tell Japan what lanky means. I don't know about this warp shop. I don't know if I'd let a lady that is just eyeballing me like that send me places. Oh, that is not... That's public transport here. You, citizen, what are you up to? Because you're stupid. That's... You need to accept that. Alright, I can't go in there. That's the pube. It's back home. Oh, potions. I don't know, lady. Oh, okay. Stomach potion. Alright, that's some interesting shit. Getting the feeling like these like buffs will be sort of like a large part of like the actual combat. Yes. Oh. Alright. Good old soup. Hello down there! Alright, good to know. Okay. Alright, so if I find this guy's songs... Alright. It's a good old-fashioned unoccupied house. Alright, so they said fucking Nuthole was... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we're on the path to Nuthole. It, like, the thing about it is it's got, like, this from the pit, like, you know, slightly earlier, like, arcade sprite vibe. You know, like, there's a lot of fun going back to some of the late 80s, early 90s arcade games because they're better than the, you know, they're way better than the fucking console games of the period. And so you wind up with these things that feel like this kind of, you know, space where you get these really, really just great fucking sprite work that you just couldn't get on consoles, like getting up around easily to this tier. But then didn't exist on consoles very long because, you know, then everyone was like, oh, gotta get on the Polygon bandwagon. Okay, might as well move one of those down there. Fucking dagger. So what is that? That's a rubber scroll. It's just fruit. Ah. Hey, fuck you. Oh, I could get my thrown shit back. What the... What the... Haha, fuck you. Oh, fucking... Hey! That little bastard, that little guy steals my shit. Ow. I'll just die. Oh, don't dash, god damn it. Money! Oh, okay, I don't know. That's great. If you hold the button, you'll eat more. Really? That was it. Boop. Alright. There's gonna be another fucking buff mushroom, isn't it? Okay. Oh, we're at the Nutsville city limits. I like that it goes to the effort of just going, okay, she's gonna, like, hide. So, it's not like she's gonna be floating around and then the fucking, you know, villagers don't react to it for no discernible reason. And, you know... They just borrowed them. That's like the perfectly drawn innkeeper. Fat man! Yes! Like, that's what I mean. Like, that was a fight against a mushroom, and it's like summoning, like, hallucination ladies that, like, blow gas on me and then turn into, like, big ripped dudes. Like, that's, you know, there's a lot going on, and it's... Yeah. Changelings. Hello. I'm in your house. Okay. Oh, that was important. Can I pick up the ducklings? Damn it. Come back here. Fungus-induced bisexuality. I don't sell any crap. I'll sell you this one, it's almost full. Alright, that's interesting. So, like, some people won't buy some things. I like that. I like when there's, like, specificity to the merchants, you know? Just see what he's got in stock. Okay, fruit. Reinforcement scroll. Oh, double jump. Dispel scroll. Remove curse from an item. Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I will get that fucking scroll that, like, gets rid of shit. Put in the temporary storage for a sec. Alright, that's getting a bit full. You could probably, like that, you know, this is ancient times. You could probably fell in a ravine and died. Like, that's just, you know. Okay, so forest to the south. Alright, I can't go out there yet. I feel like I gotta talk to. I feel like you could probably feed the ducks. I mean, I'm not like the king of ducks or whatever, but like... Okay. Okay, right. Yeah. Your kid isn't a changeling, it's just, yeah, you're trying to understand autism in, like, 300 AD. That's... We haven't invented the things to, like, make autistics happy yet. Like, it just doesn't exist. Imagine being the first autistic to see a train. You know? Imagine just, like, just them looking out and just seeing it and just... Suddenly life made sense. And just like looking at that and just, I have to go look at every one of these and write down what I see. You know, like Beethoven seeing a piano. Actually, what have I got? A defense, a power up, some health, and some fucking knives. Can't argue with that as a loadout. Alright. Ladies. Oh yeah, there's an edit out there that, like, fixes First Blood, so the original ending's in it, and it's legitimately what I would refer to as a powerful film. You know? Yeah, all these things existed back in the day. It's just it was all under one category of weirdo. You know? It's like saying that, like, eucalypt trees didn't exist, and that you just back, like, 30 years ago, you just called everything tree. It's like, well, yeah, no, it's just now we've got, like, we've discerned a difference between, like, you know, the eucalypt and the fig. They always existed, it's just now we fucking understand it enough to go, oh, okay, yeah. You know, the guy that freaks out if you try to give him an apple is, like, you know... Well, like, you know, touched was always... It's always my personal favorite. Just a bit touched. You know, the gods have just tinkered with him a little bit. Okay, the North Forest. Oh yeah, the vampiric need to count little things. Like, dude, I do that, you know? Oh, you motherfucker. Ow. Keep doing the fucking wake-up attack. Ah, fuck yeah! Get my super clash and everything. Stuff! Money! Eh. Okay, what did I just pick up? Yeah. I feel like I've already got a few of those, though, you know? Maybe I'll sell it. Yeah, off with the fairies as a... Alright, so... Back to Nutsville. Off with the fae. He so clearly is, too. Like, that's the sad thing about RFK Jr. is, like, no one with the amount of weirdo fucking stories from his childhood that he has about his hyperfixations and obsessions is not on one of the spectrums. Like, it absolutely fucking is. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, like imagine loving small mechanisms and you exist in a time when there are just no small mechanisms. Like, that'd suck. And then you see a train. It is... Because you make the joke about brainworms, and then you find out that he literally lost a piece of his brain to a worm, and it's like, huh. I mean, life in ancient times was just one long panic attack, you know? Alright, there we are. Panic attacks. The gods. Hey, what the? I'm not a fan of you little bastards. Okay, so it appears... What does that do? Okay, so I need... Alright, so that's a thing. How dare you! Get back here, you little shit! What's that? Oh, god damn it. Well, whatever. It's probably just spice or some crap. Ah, you motherfucker. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, you're having fun now, you little fuck. Oh, man, I gotta actually kill all three of them? Fuck you guys. I block that. Fuck you. Ouch. Motherfucker. Ow. You fucking minge. I gotta stop fucking mashing and wake up. Did you? Money! Frying pan! Alright, first, money. Got so much stuff. There we go. Okay. Actually, no, there's a thought. Which is back on this fucking thing. Change everyone into frogs. You know, I saw her in a screenshot and I was just like, I just know that that is a little cunt. Who's Jose in this context? I am going to fuck you up. That was great. Say one more thing and I'll change you to something too. And then sort out. What'd that do? Oh, okay. Gonna get that. Hey, 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 hey. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, motherfucker. Damn it. The Wussy Whirlwind! Any more words, I'll turn you to something, and then just... no fucking with my princess. I am going to send you to the torture dungeons. Oh, I don't like you. I don't like you so much. Yeah, great. I'm gonna burn your house down. Where am I? Alright. Some good old-fashioned fuck you. Ah, you again. God damn it, I keep double tapping parry. Yeah, you hide over there, you little shit. Alright, fucking. No. Come back here! I love that it had 1 health and it was just like, fuck it. Alright, let's... Hey, bag of money. Oh, fucking, look. I don't like you guys. I love the animations on some of these things. Oh, man. I thought I had it. Oh, look at that. Mashing wake up actually worked this time. That's a broken fry pan. I don't want that. Oh, come on. Die. Those guys are cunts. Money! Extra fry pan! There's a Bubsy-ish quality to some of those things, yeah. We will in a second. I want to fucking... Alright, what have I got? So I have a drop of mana. Okay, I got a Vulcan Magic Stone. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. Fireballs. Sweet. Okay, I need spice for the fry pans to work. That is turning into a whole thing. What time is it? Well and truly. Been doing this for an hour and a half. It is a fun game. You know? It's a very fun game. Where are you, mouse? Even fucking surviving the goddamn... Fucking take the controller apart. That's weird. You know? Because that's an unusual problem for a controller to develop. Because, like... Normally there's some kind of hint that, you know... something's going wrong with a pad or something, like for it to just not, suddenly just completely and totally not function anymore. It's honestly very odd. Hopefully, I mean, I can't imagine, it's not like it gets jostled or bumped or anything, so I can't imagine if it's a more serious break. It's probably just a pad slippage, but again, normally there's some kind of slight pad slippage, it's like, oop, it's scooched over a little bit. That's really good. I'm enjoying that. Princess Crown's a lot of fun. Definitely go play it if you're into that kind of, like, you know, 2D thing. But I mean, like, look at those graphics, man. Just style. Just style. I mean, modern controllers, I mean, it depends on what one you're talking about. Like, I probably wouldn't try to take apart a fucking, you know, whatever the most recent PlayStation 5 controller is. That thing looks a bit complicated. But it also feels fairly durable. I think provided you're not hurling them at your brother... Which I feel might have maybe stopped when they started getting, or at least slowed down a bit when they started getting really heavy. Because, like, you could just throw a SNES controller at your brother, you know? Some of these things got some fucking heft to them these days, you know? You get those rumble motors, your batteries, your fucking bits and bobs, it's like, alright. That could draw blood. That was a lot of floor beef yesterday. I mean... I probably would not eat floor beef from the room with the guy made of tumors. Mightn't be beef. But, well, I suppose. You know, some kind of chaotic alien apocalypse is not, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Not a lot of Wagyu getting around outside. Yeah, blood... Well, the thing is, blood is evidence. You know? Mum, he hit me is just hearsay. Mum, he hit me and blood coming down the head. Now you're in trouble. I don't forget throwing something like I wasn't throwing it at my brother. I very much was just, you know, the idea was it was going to land near him and just jostle him because Mum was there. You know, I'm not going to throw something at my fucking brother's head, but like, you know, fucking Artemis or whatever just shows up and was like, I will guide the hunter, and this thing just went like, just fucking. So all Mum sees is like, rather than some strategic harassment campaign, is just me just absolute zero fucking reason, zero cause, nothing, dead silence, nothing going on in the world. Just throw something at my brother in the forehead. I wasn't aiming at him. I was aiming near him. No, I mean, I'm not going to hit my brother with the GameCube. A, you'd have to unplug the GameCube. And that's, you know, defeats the point of the spontaneity. You know, now you're having to really think about, am I going to bash my brother's head in with a GameCube? I mean, I do think a GameCube would make a great weapon. There were a lot of battery incidents. Batteries were like... The batteries were definitely like... They weren't the standard fare. It was an escalation. It was like something bad had to have happened before batteries came out. Because batteries are legit. You know, they're like... they're the depleted uranium of like fucking child projectiles. Because, man, they are heavy. And they... when they impact you, you fucking feel a battery. Oh yeah, my brother threw the scissors. That was one of those ones where, like, that is, you know, I was like fucking, I don't know, 6 or 7 or some shit, but it just burnt into my head. Because they were like Mum's of the good scissors, that were these green-handled scissors that lived in this green fucking sharpening device, and they were the scissors that you went and got when you actually needed to cut something and have it cut straight. Like, they lived in the sewing machine. They were the good scissors. I'll never forget Ben getting it out and just pulling the fucking thing out and menacing me with it. I'm like, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to fucking stab me? Like, no, you're not going to do that. That's dumb. And then he just threw it. And he threw it in that, like, loose, noodly little fucking kid way. 'Cause he was, like, fucking, you know, 4 or some shit. And it just happened that his elbow sunk before his wrist. And so his elbow, and then that's a perfect fucking throw. And he goes, whip, and it just comes at me and like opens mid-flight, and I go, ugh! And like there's still like a little mark on my elbow from like where it just went in. Like I think that's kind of, it's hard to tell from like the old man elbow wrinkles these days, but like where was it? It's kind of, I think around there-ish. Yeah, you can kind of still see it. Thunk. And that was a great one, because I think it just hit, like, raw child cartilage. And, like, 'cause the weird thing was, it bled, but it didn't really hurt. That was the wild part. Like, because I really remember that. Like, some of it's probably just shock, but, like, it wasn't like, you know, how I imagined getting stabbed with scissors would feel. And that was a great one, because my brother immediately, you know, there was just a, like... just the instant realization, oh. It's just, it was worth it just for the memory of that face. I fucked up. Because now, I'm allowed one free stabbing. You know, like, he's stabbed me. And so, that means I'm allowed to stab him back. Per, you know, childhood combat rules. I mean, honestly, I wasn't even, like, angry. It was still, like, just shock. Like, I was still, like, fucking what? Just... It's still my favorite thing to see. Like, I do love seeing... Because, you know, you get, like, clips of it on the internet and shit where you just see little fucking brothers fighting. And then just that, uh-oh. Like, that uh-oh moment. What if something worked too well? Just fucking straight in there. Alright, well that was Princess Crown. That's a lot of fun. That's one I'll probably play in my spare time. You know, the combat, it's interesting because there's kind of like a bit of, there's like definitely startup frames for jumping and landing. So it's not exactly like, and like long startup frames, like not like kind of like a fighting game where you get like maybe 2 or 3. But, you know, I think that's fair because she's also like weighed down in like, you know, armor, but also Yeah, it does force you to be a little more strategic in terms of how you approach an enemy, and to use that parry button a bit more often. I probably got to use that. You know, like the fight against the little witch girl was fun, because there was a little bit more. It's like, alright, you know, you're like a boss, so I have to sort of approach this a little bit more like I would a one-on-one fighting game. Yeah, 5 years apart is like, because my brother and I are like, you know, nearly 4 years. It's like 3 years and 3 months or something. And there's a bubble. There's like this range where you're kind of a similar size. You know, it's not like, oh, my brother's like 15 years older than me, when it's just like, well, that's, you know, by the time you're 15, that's a 30-year-old. You're not, you know, you're not going to be having much in the way of brother combat there. 5 years apart, it's just like, yep. Although I am curious, because it was just me and my brother. Like, I am curious as to, like, how that would have shifted with, like, you know, lots of other siblings. You know. Whip each other with a Hot Wheels track. Gotta be careful of the track pegs. On that one. But yeah, part of, you know, why I love the ROM hacks is, you know, you can translate a game, but you still got to put that fucking you know, there have been translations for these games on GameFAQs and stuff like that. You can go look it up, you can go read it as the game's going, and that sucks. It's a shitty way to fucking play a game. You know. So the great thing a lot about the, you know, about these translation efforts is they get put into the game, and you can just play it as is, and you wind up playing something that, again, you know, 30-something years later, or what is it, 29 years later, that was what, 96? 29 years later is a fun game. That looks beautiful. And, you know, without the efforts of fan translators and ROM hackers, wouldn't be able to fucking play, you know? And there's the beauty and the glory of these things. Yeah, until one combatant's no longer in school, yeah. Alright, well, that's enough for today. I don't know, at this point I might do Wrestling Wednesday, just because I got a lot of wrestling games to cover. Alright, but until then, entertain yourselves.